Sometimes things doesn't work in the way that we expect. It can be for the good or bad. That is a different case. But there are chances that things could also backfire. When it doesn't have much impact, if the ultimate cause is for good purpose, it could turn out to be dangerous if it's a plot for wrong reasons or purpose when it backfires. Hello listeners, here is Giridhar with you on the podcast Giridhar's Gardi. Today I am going to tell you an amazing story on backfire. How many of you heard the famous Akbar Birbal stories? Well, this episode is one of those interesting stories that emphasizes on being good to others. Here it goes. Birbal was the most loved minister for Emperor Akbar because of his wit and wisdom. However, a group of ministers were jealous of his growing popularity and disliked him intensely. They even chalked out a plan to kill Birbal with the help of king's barber by offering the barber a huge sum of money. As soon as the king needed the services of the barber started this way. Your Majesty, I used to serve for your father as well. His hair was so smoothly and silky that I enjoyed my services for him. With all due respect and permission, I would like to ask you a question. The king, who became happy on hearing the praises for his father, asked the barber to go ahead. The barber asked, Maharaj, you are the emperor now. You are enjoying lot of prosperity and respect in the kingdom that you inherited from your ancestors. Did you give any attempt to do something for the welfare of your ancestors? The king became furious and said, What kind of stupidity is this? They are not in this world anymore. How can you expect me to do something for them? The barber replied, Please excuse me, Your Majesty. I know a magician who could come to our help. The magician could send a person up to heaven to inquire your father's welfare. But the person should be chosen carefully. He must be wise, intelligent, and responsible. Immediately, Birbal appeared to the mind of Akbar. He asked the barber to go ahead and make the required arrangements. The barber explained that they would take Birbal in a procession to the burial grounds and light a pyre. The magician would then chant some mantras as Birbal would ascend to the heavens through the smoke. The chanting would help protect Birbal from the fire. Upon Emperor's order, Birbal agreed to the deal, knowing that it was the plot of the barber. But he had two conditions. Number 1, he should be given large sum of money for the long journey. Number 2, 1 month time to settle his family. The king happily agreed for both the conditions. In the duration of this month, he got a few trustworthy men to build a tunnel from the funeral grounds to his house. On the day of ascension, after the pyre was lit, Birbal escaped through the concealed door of the tunnel. He disappeared into his house where he hid for a few months while his hair and beard grew long. In the meantime, his enemies were rejoicing as they thought that Birbal died already. Then, one day, after so many months, Birbal arrived at the palace. The king was very happy and asked, Birbal, how was the journey? How are my ancestors? Is my father doing well? Birbal said, Your Highness, your father had been provided with all the comforts except one. The king asked, What was that? Now we can send anything to heaven. Birbal replied, Sir, there were no barbers in heaven. That's the reason even I had to stay with a long beard. Your father asked for a good barber. The king decided to send his own barber to serve his father in heaven. Now, the barber couldn't say anything as he got caught in his own trap. The ultimate message here is, if you plot against someone, someday it will backfire you. So always try to be good and do good to everyone around you. Also, if possible, be like Birbal, who can twist and turn the plot against the one who develops it. Because these days, there's no place for someone who stays silent. Silent ones are the easy targets. And people keep playing with you until you don't explain them the things through their actions in their own language. Hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. See you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.